Hi everybody, so today I will be explaining the wonderful 90s decade. So some of the major events that happened in the 90s were the World Wide Web launch, the Gulf War, the Cold War ends, the World Trade Center bombing, and the North America Free Trade Agreement, or NAFTA for short. So the World Wide Web launched on April 24th, 1990 by the creator Tim Berners-Lee. It was first created for the Cold War, sending messages back to Russia. But actually, when it launched, it was in 1990. People had more access to different resources around the world. So the Persian Gulf War, it started on November 29th, 1990. It was between the Kuwait and the Iraqis. They had tensions building up in years prior to. So beforehand, the U.S. Council authorized the use of all necessary means force if Iraq did not withdraw from Kuwait by January 15th, and they didn't. So on January 17th, 1991, the U.S. layered an offensive air force to hit Iraq, and the Cold War ended on February 28th, 1991. So the Cold War ends. Prior to this, there were a lot of people who had a lot of fear going into the Cold War because at the time it was basically a threat for nuclear bombs. The USSR, which is Russia, and the US placed nuclear bombs in Cuba and Turkey and threatened to use them against each other. So, with this ending, the US and the USSR promised to never bother each other and to leave each other alone. This was also a victory for the US because the nuclear bombs were removed. The Berlin Walls come down, the borders open up in Germany, and communistic areas in Europe finally had free election. So, the World Trade Center bombings. The World Trade Center was bombed on February 26, 1993. It was a terrorist attack by Al Qaeda. There were over 1,000 people injured and killed six. This was known as a mass murder, and one person is still out, but the other six were caught and put in jail. So, the North America Free Trade Agreement, or NAFTA, I'm pretty sure everybody's heard a lot about it from our now president, Donald Trump, and how bad it is. But on December 8th, 1993, it took a that's the day it was signed by the former President Bill Clinton, and it also took effect on January 1st, 1994. By doing this, it created more jobs and increased wages and employment. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys learned just a little something. Have a good day.